From a boy rejected 100 times to a billion-dollar entrepreneur. They told him, "You're not good enough." He applied once, rejected. He applied twice, rejected again. And so it went, 100 rejections. But that same boy went on to build a billion-dollar company. He was born in a poor, working-class family in a small town. His parents worked day and night just to put food on the table and pay the rent. Dinner was often nothing more than boiled potatoes and pickled vegetables. From a young age, he grew up with scarcity, with hand-me-down clothes from charities, and with the constant feeling of being less than his peers. At school, he wasn't a star student. In fact, he was often called slow, uncreative, and incapable. Whenever he raised his hand, he was met with doubtful looks, sometimes even laughter. Teachers told him, "You don't have what it takes. You should stick to something simple." Those words carved deep into his mind, convincing him he was worthless. Because of poverty, he was often mocked and bullied by classmates. Some days he came home in torn clothes and tears streaking his face. He once asked his mother, "Mom, why can't I ever do anything right?" His mother held him tightly and whispered, "Don't worry, son. One day you'll find your path." But deep down, even he wasn't sure if that day would ever come. As he grew older, he longed for a better life. He applied for scholarships, part-time jobs, small projects, and every time the result was the same. We regret to inform you. People said he lacked the skills, the education, the potential. Some even mocked him outright. "A broke kid with bad grades thinks he'll be successful? Don't make me laugh." He sank into despair. Many nights, he sat in his tiny rented room staring at the cracked ceiling, crying silently. A question haunted him. Am I truly useless? Am I wasting my life? His peers moved on, some with steady jobs, some in prestigious universities, others with small businesses that were already making money. He, on the other hand, had nothing but rejection letters. In total, he had sent out more than 100 applications and received exactly 100 rejections. Each rejection felt like a knife cutting deeper into his pride. He grew smaller in front of the vast world. He thought about giving up, settling for a simple labor job just to get by. But in his darkest moments, he realized something. The world could reject him 100 times, 1,000 times. But if he gave up just once, every chance would vanish forever. And in that moment, a faint flame inside him sparked to life. After more than 100 failed attempts, he was on the edge of collapse. But one day, passing by a talk given by a successful entrepreneur, he heard a line that changed everything. People can reject you 100 times, but if you believe you're worthy, you only need to be right once, and your life will change forever. That sentence lit a fire in his heart. Failure didn't mean he was useless. Rejection didn't mean the end. The only thing that truly mattered was the will to keep going. From that day forward, he transformed his life. He woke up early, read books, learned new skills. He taught himself online, from basic coding to online business. He set a rule. Every day, he had to be at least a little better than yesterday. He knew he wasn't the smartest, so he worked 3 times harder. While others relaxed in the evenings, he was still learning. Some nights, he stayed up till dawn with nothing but instant noodles, driven by a single thought: if I don't change, no one will change my life for me. Of course, the road wasn't easy. His first online business failed. His first software project attracted no one. He was rejected dozens more times when pitching to investors or partners. Each time he asked himself, is this worth it? And then he remembered, you only need to be right once. So he got back up. He turned every rejection into a free lesson. Why didn't customers buy? Why didn't investors believe? Why didn't partners commit? With each failure, he refined his skills. Slowly, he grew stronger. more resilient. And then, one morning, in that tiny room, he opened an email. I saw your presentation. I don't know if your idea will succeed, but I believe in your persistence. I want to meet you. It wasn't a huge investment, just enough to bring his project to life. But after more than 100 rejections, it was everything. From that seed, his company grew. A handful of teammates working in a rundown garage became a thriving business. Customers came, then returned, then spread the word. A small project became a line of products. A small company became a corporation. One day, he stood on stage, receiving the Young Entrepreneur of the Year award. Under the flashing lights, he thought back to all those lonely nights, all those tears, and he whispered, "In the end, just one yes turns every rejection into a stepping stone." But he didn't stop with personal success. He created scholarships for poor kids so they wouldn't have to give up their dreams because of money. He traveled across the country, sharing his story with thousands of students. I was rejected 100 times, but rejection taught me how to rise. Success doesn't come from never failing. Success comes from never giving up. His words lit sparks in countless hearts. Some walked out ready to begin their own journeys, carrying his story like a torch. The newspapers wrote, "From a boy rejected 100 times to a billionaire entrepreneur." That headline spread across social media, becoming a symbol of hope and determination. His success wasn't measured only in billions. It was measured in dreams revived, in lives inspired. The boy who once thought himself useless had become living proof. No circumstance can stop someone who refuses to quit. This story reminds us, the difference between failure and success is not how many times you fall, but how many times you stand back up. We all face rejection. We all hear, "You're not good enough." But if you use each no as fuel to grow, success will eventually come. And if today you are struggling, being rejected, or doubting yourself, remember this: you only need to be right once, and your whole world can change. Awaken the best version of yourself, one story at a time. Subscribe, hit the bell, and share this message to inspire others.